Good evening, everybody. This is YP, and welcome to my Icon Corner. Today, we're going to be covering, I guess it's a sad story, but young brother Nathaniel has been a big part of this channel, I think. He was, I guess you could credit him with a period of explosive growth that I experienced early on when I did a number of interviews on this channel with him. And, unfortunately, my relationship with him went sour at one point. And this seems to be a, uh, a theme with Brother Nathaniel that he doesn't seem to be able to maintain good relationships with people. And so he has announced this week that he is severing his relationship with the canonical Orthodox Church, with ROCOR, with Orthodoxy in general, and he's going to join a schismatic group. We're just going to cover this story. I don't know if this is necessarily. Hopefully, this kind of falls under a church gossip kind of. It sort of feels a little gossipy. So hopefully, I don't know if this is necessarily edifying, but I think there is something that we can learn from this whole saga here. As you know, I've been covering this. I've done besides the Brother Nathaniel interviews that I did, of which I did 3 which were published. I also did a video called exposing. Well, it was a video exposing Brother Nathaniel and some of his history, and later on, when he tried to leave ROCOR the first time, I covered that, which video I now made public again, which I had deleted I had made private or put it on the members only at that point because, well, it turned out he stayed in ROCOR. So I thought, well, I didn't want to have that video out, but now he's leaving. So I made that one public again, and now we're doing this. And so he made this post. He wrote a letter this week saying that he is leaving ROCOR, and here is the letter, and he posted it to X, and he says, "My letter to ROCOR bishops, you have all forced the ROCOR flock on December 10th, 2025 into sharing the same cup with Bishop Saba of the Antiochians, who says the heretical Monophysites share the same faith as Orthodox Christians. This is apostasy." All right, now this is not something that if this is true, what he's saying, this obviously Monophysites are not Orthodox, and this bishop would be in error if that's something he is confirming. However, I am not in the business of looking up and examining all of the words and actions of all the bishops in all the Orthodox Church. That's not something I am keeping close tabs on. It's not really my job. I'm more focused on parish life, my own spiritual life. So continuing, he says, "Thus, in honor of the holy martyr patriarch Flavian, who was beaten to death by the Monophysites at the Robber Council, I can no longer stay in the ecumenist, compromised Church of ROCOR. I am now with faithful bishops and priests who are loyal to the Orthodox faith. My monastic tonsure stays intact. My social media postings against the Jews on X and my videos on Rumble continue, and my street evangelism stays strong. There's nothing you can do to me. Plan as you may, as heads of the Sanhedrin. You all need to know that the Lord Jesus Christ, his Holy Mother, and Patriarch Flavian are protecting me from your evil plans. You all have no authority over me, as I am a faithful Orthodox Christian and follower of the Lord Jesus Christ and the ecumenical councils. I formally leave ROCOR today." So we've heard this before. Like I said, he was leaving ROCOR. He was part of the Western American diocese. And can I Pufferfish says, "Can I call up Bean right now?" I probably could. I blocked his phone number. I guess I could try calling him, see what he has to say, but he's not allowed on YouTube. The thing is, so he was saying that he was going to leave ROCOR before, and that was because he had a falling out with our local bishop who he was under, and then I guess he went back to Bishop Gabriel. But this letter is disingenuous. I guess I could try calling him. I could get my phone, but I don't know if I really want to talk to him. I really don't want to talk to the guy. He's very unpleasant to say the least. I don't really want to talk to him. But so he went. They were trying to tell him to not do this, talk about Jew stuff all the time. And so he went somewhere else where a bishop would allow him to continue posting and doing this stuff online. And then this letter, he's saying it's because he's leaving because of apostasy, but that's not the real reason why he's leaving. He went on to say, we're going to cover this, that he went on to X into a space. And okay, what's this comment? Do you know what prayer book most Serbian Orthodox Church laity use? Is it the Saint Sebastian one? That would be a question for Orthodox Review. Maybe I should have done this as a pre-recorded. I'm kind of getting distracted by the chat. Well, we're gonna barrel through it here. So Brother Nathaniel did do a space, and he was talking about saying he's leaving ROCOR to go to the genuine Orthodox Church of Greece. Okay, and this is the space that he recorded, and it's still up, and you can listen to it. And he tells the story, the real story of why he's leaving. He's not leaving because ROCOR betrayed orthodoxy. He explains, I would spare you from listening to this. It's just a bunch of slander, and he's talking bad about ROCOR bishops on this space the whole time. But he explains in this space, he says that at the recent meeting of the ROCOR bishops, they were going to strip him of his monastic tonsure and lock him up in a monastery, and so that he could no longer do his public ministry, his street ministry, his posting on X, his spaces, his Rumble, and all that. So there he reveals, if you go and listen to this whole space, which is still up, I'm going to play a little snippet here of it for you, but that's the real reason. He's not standing up for orthodoxy. The bishops were going to take away his ministry. They were going to tell him to stop. And he didn't want to stop. I mean, when you're a monk, I mean, you give up your own will. You're supposed to be in obedience to a spiritual father. Your spiritual father tells you, hey, I'd like you not to do that anymore. You don't have a will of your own. You don't have a choice as a monk. You say, okay, I mean, you just go along with it. So that's what he should have done. He should have just said, okay, I'm a monk. I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to go to the monastery, and I'm going to stop doing these postings online, which are embarrassing the church. I'm going to share this clip here for you, what he says, just a little bit. I don't want to show too much of it, but we can play this little clip towards the end when he explains what's going on here.
But that was a year ago, and it's come full circle where they just can't take it anymore, and they're going to lock me in a monastery. They're not. They're going to lock me in a monastery. I'm going to still speak out. They're going to. But they said they're going to strip me of my monastic garb, tonsure. Try it. I'm not in ROCOR. I'm with bishops now. I'm with priests. I'd rather call them just priests.
See, he doesn't even have respect for the bishops that he's going to. He says, I'd rather call him just priests. Like, he's not very respectful to the hierarchy. Another monastic virtue is stability of place that he's not very good at. You know, he has gone from one monastery to the next, one church to the next. He's been in various jurisdictions through his whole life. I talk about this on my Brother Nathaniel Exposed video. So this is just a continuation of his past behavior. He just doesn't get along with anybody. He didn't get along with me, you know, because I'm like the most agreeable person in the world. Like, it's hard to not get along with young P, but he managed to get me a little bit upset. And I just said, you know, at some point you have to just push away people that are just not healthy for you. You know, you got to have a boundary at some point. Pufferfish asks, how does he make his living? Well, this we don't know necessarily. We know that he has a nonprofit, which is how he funds his ministry. People give him money, and he flies to cities and stands on corners, and they put him up in hotels and they feed him, and he'll do his street ministry. People give him money they gave him money to set up his studio. So he does have a nonprofit. So he does live off some donations, but he's always complaining that people don't give him enough money. One person said that he's on disability. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't verify that. But in this whole stream, this whole space that he did, I'll play a little more. He keeps telling people, go to the genuine, this is where he's going, to the genuine Orthodox Church of Greece. So he says it here.
Okay.
They all have ROCOR ordinations.
ROCOR is screwed. ROCOR is over. It's finished. They betrayed Orthodoxy.
They didn't betray Orthodoxy. They betrayed Brother Nathaniel, according to his view.
So if you're in ROCOR, leave it. Go with the GOC. I still say the GOC is very good.
See, there he goes. GOC. The whole time he's talking about the GOC. Who are the GOC? These are genuine. That's a genuine Orthodox Church of Greece. And I mean, all I know about them is that when they made the calendar reform back in 1924, they didn't go along with it. And so they broke communion with the rest of the church in Greece, and they've managed to string themselves along all this time. They have parishes in North America, in Australia, in Greece, and I can't say I know all that much about this group, but I can say that they're not in communion with any of the canonical Orthodox churches. There was some of these other old calendarist groups, couple of them, so anyhow, I just wanted to make a brief video covering this. What else was there about this that I wanted to say? Here's another tweet from where is that? Let me add this. This is a tweet from another fellow who, Brother Nathaniel apparently had another stream that is not up anymore, but he says, listen to this recorded space from Theophan the Recluse fan says, listen to this recorded space. He's going GOCG, genuine Orthodox, old calendar schismatics. So he just can't, I mean, the other monastic trait, virtue that they practice is stability. And Brother Nathaniel doesn't practice obedience or stability. You know, like he can't stay anywhere. He can't get along with anybody. And I think it's probably because, you know, he has he's got a problem getting along with people. And so I don't know. I feel sorry for like the people who work with him. Like, I don't know how they, I don't know how they put up with him, because he's not nice to the people who work with him either. I wouldn't keep working with him and supporting him, especially now that he's leaving the church. Vault Boy 330 says Nat can't prove the canonicity of any of these synods. The last legitimate bishop who did not grant autonomy to the Bostonites was Auxentius. All right, so see, people know about this. Some people who reposed in 1994. None of those who came after him were his legitimate successors. Aha. Cyprianites in the GOCK who united with schismatics from ROCOR are a group of schismatics who uncanonically deposed Auxentius. So this is all, you know, it's all a mess when you get outside of canonical orthodoxy. So Pufferfish keeps saying I should get on a stream with him, and it would be informative. The thing is that YouTube banned him, and I'm a little worried I'd get a strike. And I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to work with him anymore. Like the last time I talked to him, he just like, he was extremely, I'll just say he was extremely unfriendly with me. And I blocked him, blocked his phone number, blocked his email. I've had no further, and I know he's going to watch this. I know you're going to watch this. Listen, Brother Nathaniel, stop saying bad things. Stop slandering good priests and bishops now. Now you've taken it to another level. Stop that. You keep talking about all our ROCOR clergy. You can't say that. If you're talking about canons of the church, you should know the canons that you can't say. You can't speak against clergy like that without having serious consequences. Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't even study the canons, but I know that. Like, so stop that, Brother Nathaniel. You need to just stop it. Pufferfish likes the expose I did. So yeah, I've got a couple, you know, I don't know. I don't want to focus too much on him on this channel, but so I just wanted to come with a real quick newscast type video here on short notice. And I've got a couple other things. I might go maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another stream. I need to stream more often. I've got a couple. There have been several news stories coming out lately in the national media about this explosive growth of orthodoxy, but they put a slant on these articles. They put a negative slant in it about this. So they're trying to twist this beautiful, glorious growth story of orthodoxy in a negative light. And so maybe tomorrow or the next few days, look for that. I'll try to go live or upload a video regarding that story. So thanks for watching, hearing my take on this. And honestly, I mean, I'm okay with Brother Nathaniel going to the GOC. It's fine with me. Actually, I mean, I want everybody to be saved, but I mean, if you're going to cause a problem in the church and you want to leave, you can do what you want. Bye-bye.